From Forgotten to Forever Loved. A heartwarming rescue story. Sometimes all it takes to change a life is one person willing to say yes when everyone else has already given up. This is the story of Valentine. When Brianna Willis from Kansas City, Missouri, first met her, Valentine wasn't a name yet. She was just a number on a shelter intake sheet, pregnant, frightened, and out of time. She had been marked for euthanasia, one more overlooked dog about to become a statistic instead of a story. But Brianna saw something else. Underneath the fear, underneath the shaking and the flinching away from human hands, there was a spark, a flicker of the dog Valentine could still become, if only somebody gave her the chance. So Brianna brought her home. Those first days weren't easy. Valentine didn't know what safety felt like. She startled at loud noises. She didn't understand gentle touch. She carried herself like a dog who had learned, over and over, that the world was something to survive rather than enjoy. But Brianna was patient. She documented every quiet breakthrough, every tiny moment of trust. The first time Valentine's tail wagged. The first time she leaned into a hand instead of pulling away. The first time she looked, really looked, at the person feeding her, like she was starting to understand that this one might stay. Slowly, the traumatized, broken dog Brianna had brought home began to disappear. In her place was a dog full of curiosity, full of warmth, full, for the first time in her life, of love. And then came the puppies. Valentine's pregnancy was its own kind of miracle to witness. Brianna stayed by her side through it all, filming the journey so the world could see what resilience really looks like. When the puppies finally arrived, tiny and blind and entirely dependent, Valentine became something even more remarkable. A mother. Fierce, attentive, endlessly gentle with the babies who depended on her for everything. Anyone who has watched a rescue dog become a mother knows there is something almost unbearably moving about it. A dog who once had nothing now had everything to give, and she gave it freely. Brianna documented every stage, the wobbly first steps, the tumbling, chaotic play, the puppies growing from helpless newborns into bright-eyed, bouncing bundles of personality, each one carrying a little piece of their mother's newfound joy. One by one, the puppies found their forever homes. Families fell in love with them the way Brianna had fallen in love with Valentine. Each goodbye was bittersweet, a small ache wrapped around a big happiness, because every puppy leaving meant another family was about to be changed the way Brianna's had been. But there was still Valentine. After everything they had been through together, after the fear and the healing and the birth and the goodbyes, Brianna couldn't imagine letting her go. So she didn't. She made it official. Valentine wasn't a foster anymore. She was family. Today, Valentine lives the life every dog deserves. Safe, loved, home. The dog who once had almost no future now fills a house in Kansas City with warmth, with silliness, with the simple, steady comfort of a life well lived. She sleeps on soft blankets instead of shelter floors. She is greeted with a smile instead of a clipboard. She is, in every sense that matters, exactly where she belongs. Brianna's story is a reminder of something simple but easy to forget, that a single act of kindness can ripple outward in ways we can't always predict. One woman said yes to one frightened pregnant dog on the edge of being forgotten. That single decision saved not just Valentine, but every puppy she carried and every family that puppy would go on to complete. Valentine's story didn't end at the shelter door. It began there. And because someone chose compassion over convenience, chose hope over hesitation, a broken little dog got the ending she always deserved. A home, a family, a future. Sometimes all one needs in life is a second chance. Valentine got hers, and she has spent every day since proving just how much that chance was worth. Because when you really think about it, Valentine's story isn't just about one dog. It's about every dog like her. The ones sitting in shelters right now, watching people walk past their kennels, wondering if today is the day someone finally stops. Brianna didn't set out to become a rescuer. She didn't have some grand plan to save a pregnant dog and raise a litter of puppies and end up adopting the mother. She simply saw a life worth fighting for, and she chose not to look away. That's the whole story, really. Not a grand gesture. Just one person, refusing to let a scared dog become a forgotten one. And isn't that how most beautiful things start? Not with certainty, but with a willingness to try. Watching Valentine now, it's hard to imagine she was ever the trembling, guarded dog from those early videos. She greets mornings with her whole body wagging. She curls up on the couch like she's always belonged there, because now she does. The girl who once flinched at raised hands now leans into every scratch behind the ears like she's making up for lost time. And maybe she is. There's a particular kind of joy in watching a broken thing become whole again, especially when you got to be part of the reason why. Brianna often says that fostering Valentine taught her more than she ever expected. Patience, for one. Trust doesn't happen overnight, not for a dog who has been let down by the world before. It happens in small moments, repeated daily, until one day the fear just isn't there anymore. The puppies too carry a piece of that lesson wherever they went. Each one grew up watching their mother heal in real time, and each one left for their new home a little more secure because of it. Somewhere out there right now, those puppies are curled up on beds, chasing toys across living room floors, becoming somebody's whole world. And it all traces back to a decision made in a shelter, on a day that could have gone very differently. Brianna still looks back at those first videos sometimes. The scared, skinny dog who wouldn't make eye contact. It's almost unrecognisable next to the Valentine of today, sprawled out in a sunbeam, utterly unbothered, utterly at peace. That transformation is the whole point of sharing this story. Not just to celebrate one happy ending, but to remind people how much power there is in a single act of compassion. Every year, countless dogs like Valentine run out of time before someone decides they're worth saving. Every year, shelters overflow with animals who did nothing wrong except need a chance nobody gave them.
Hi, babies.
Valentine's story is proof that the ending doesn't have to be tragic. It can be exactly what happened here. A second chance taken, a family built, a life transformed. So if there's a lesson in all of this, it's a simple one. You don't have to change the whole world to change a world. Sometimes it's just one dog, one decision, one open heart. Valentine was never just a foster. She was always meant to be family. It just took someone brave enough to see it. And today, in a home in Kansas City, a dog who once had nothing left to lose spends her days loved beyond measure, surrounded by the family she was always meant to find.
Get him. Yeah, get him, Mama.